then the clunk expert is saying, okay, let's look at our strategies. Let's read the sentence again. Let's read the sentence before. Let's read the sentence after. Let's look at prefix. Let's break that word, chunky monkey, that word, first of all, to decode it. And then let's look at the prefixes and suffixes of the word to see if we can determine what our clunk is. Do we know what this word means? Because the whole premise of this is to understand what you read. That's what it's all about, finding these strategies. And once they keep doing this, then they do them on their own. It's just natural. So.
The only thing, like with 11th and 12th graders right now, they're in the whole, and we got mostly boys, so it's just like they're at each other all the time. So
That's why
this would be something they had learned all the way through.
But you can teach us that you can really sit down and teach them how do we disagree and how do we talk to each other.
It would be neat.
Have them come.
Bring the older kids down here and
And
have
work
them
with them.
see it.
But
See it and do it with them.
I think that's a great idea.
That would
Let
be
them
fun.
see how third graders interact with each other, and then let them be the adult who's like kind of the coach, because the kids cannot ask the
One
teacher.
more minute,
You
so-
lose your points if you ask the teacher. It's all about cooperative learning to problem solve together. And then if they can't solve the problem, when she reassembles them as a large group, then you address
Right.
that with
And
them.
that's where your mini lesson happens. Your mini lesson happens at the beginning. You notice they're directing the whole thing. This is quadrant B. This is if I was to be evaluated right now, I would be a 4 because they're leading the discussion. I'm just the facilitator of what's going on. Then at the end we'll come back and debrief and we make sure. And then what I do is I have Katie take a rubric. I take a rubric, and we're really writing down what we see, and then we talk about it. And what's really unique about it is when we're done, they basically tell us exactly what we have on a rubric because they know it so well. They know what they're doing well, and they know what they're not doing well.
These guys would be
How many times have you actually taught them this before?
3.
3. So it's very quickly because she uses lots of
I
examples and
use the strategies
scenarios.
in everything I do, though. Like, even though and as soon as I say CSR, they can't wait. They love this. To them is just fun. They don't even realize they're working. They just love it so much. But I use CSR. I don't call it CSR, but every strategy that we do, I'm using it everywhere. I'm using it in my mini lessons. So, and they'll say in my mini lesson, oh, well, that's what we do in CSR. Yeah, that is. When we do science and social studies, when we break up in groups, we do, the conversations are still the same. Working together in a group is still the same. When I do the questioning technique, because that's a really big thing, is having kids formulate their own questions, which is part of CSR. Being able to write those higher level questioning, not at the I can find it right here, but being able to synthesize what the author means in the text. So, any questions?